It was the middle of winter when five friends decided to spend the weekend at an old abandoned farmhouse deep in the hills near a forgotten village. The place had been empty for over 20 years, ever since the owner, a reclusive old man named Mr. Malhotra, vanished without a trace. Locals said strange lights flickered in the windows at night, and sometimes, if you stood close enough, you could hear faint whispers through the walls. They laughed it off. "Ghost stories," Arjun said, grinning. "Perfect for a horror stream." Friday afternoon, the farmhouse looked exactly like the photos. Cracked walls, sagging roof, and a heavy iron gate that groaned like a dying animal when they pushed it open. Inside, dust coated everything. Old furniture sat frozen in time, and the air smelled of damp wood and something faintly metallic. "Ugh, this place is a mess," Neha said, wrinkling her nose as she stepped over a broken chair. "Are we really spending the night here?" "Come on, Neha," Vikram said, adjusting his camera bag. "Think of the views. Five friends versus Haunted Farmhouse. 48 hours challenge. That's going to blow up." Rohan kicked a pile of leaves near the fireplace. "If the roof doesn't fall on us first." Priya walked to the window and peered outside. "Guys, the village is so far down. No signal, no shops. If something happens, we're on our own." Arjun threw his backpack on the couch. "That's the point. No distractions. Just us, the house, and whatever's hiding in the walls." They set up cameras, lights, and microphones in the main hall, planning to live stream the whole weekend. Vikram rigged up the live feed while Rohan and Arjun moved furniture to clear space. Neha and Priya unpacked food and blankets, complaining about the cold. "Seriously, Arjun," Neha said, "if I catch pneumonia, I'm blaming you." "You'll be fine," Arjun laughed. "Just don't sleep near the creepy doll collection." By 6 p.m., they were settled. The fire crackled in the old stone hearth. Outside, the wind howled through the trees like a chorus of lost voices. They sat around eating instant noodles and chips, joking about jump scares and fake ghosts. "Okay, truth or dare time," Vikram said, grinning. "Priya, truth or dare?" Priya groaned. "Truth." "Have you ever believed in ghosts?" She hesitated. "Maybe, when I was little, but not anymore." Rohan smirked. "Liar. I saw you jump when that branch hit the window." "Shut up, Rohan," she shot back, throwing a chip at him. They laughed, but the mood shifted when the power went out. Not just in the house, the entire area. Phones lost signal. The generator Vikram had brought wouldn't start. "Great," Neha said, lighting a candle. "So we're stuck in a haunted house with no lights and no internet." "Perfect." Vikram checked his phone again. "No signal. Nothing." Arjun stood up. "Probably just a storm. Let's just play cards or something." They sat in a circle by candlelight, playing a tense game of Uno. Every creak of the house made someone jump. Then they heard it, a soft, rhythmic tapping on the front door. Tap, 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 like someone gently knocking. Priya froze. Did anyone else hear that?" They all had. Arjun stood up. "Probably just a branch." He opened the door. Nothing. Just snow and darkness. But on the wooden floor just inside the threshold, there were 5 small muddy footprints, child-sized, leading from the door, and then stopping as if whoever made them had vanished into thin air. Neha stared at them. That wasn't there before." Rohan crouched down. "No animal made these. These are human, a kid's." Vikram swallowed hard. "Guys, we're not alone." They decided to sleep in the main hall, close together. Vikram kept his camera rolling, pointed at the door in the staircase. Around 2 a.m., Neha woke up screaming. She swore she saw a little girl in a white nightgown standing at the top of the stairs, staring down at them. Her face was pale, her eyes black, and she was smiling. No one else saw her, but the camera footage showed it clearly. A small figure at the top of the stairs, motionless, for exactly 17 seconds. Then gone. Rohan checked the upper floor. Nothing. No doors open, no windows broken, just cold, empty rooms. Then he found something in the master bedroom, a small leather-bound diary hidden under the floorboards. Inside, the pages were filled with shaky handwriting. The last entry read, "They keep coming back. The children, they say they're hungry. I gave them food, but it's never enough. They want more. They want me. I can hear them scratching at the walls. I can't sleep. I can't leave. They won't let me. The date on the entry, December 21st, 2005, exactly 20 years ago. Rohan came back downstairs pale. Guys, this place, it wasn't just abandoned. Something happened here. Priya took the diary and read it quickly. Children? What children? Arjun flipped through the pages. It says they're still here. You're hungry. Neha hugged her knees. I don't like this. I really don't like this. Saturday morning, the group was on edge. They wanted to leave, but the roads were blocked by a sudden snowstorm. No signal. No way out. They decided to explore the basement, which they'd avoided the night before. The door was heavy, rusted shut. When they finally forced it open, a wave of cold, foul air rushed out. The stairs creaked under their weight. The basement was a maze of old shelves, broken tools, and strange symbols drawn in chalk on the walls. In the far corner, they found a small child-sized cot. On it lay a tattered doll with one eye missing. And on the wall above it, written in what looked like dried blood, "We are still here." Vikram shone his flashlight at it. That can't be real. Rohan touched the wall. It's old, but it's definitely blood. Priya backed away. Let's get out of here, now. Suddenly, the lights in the house flickered back on. Vikram's generator roared to life. Phones buzzed with signal. They thought it was a miracle. Then Vikram looked at his laptop. The live stream is still running, he said. And the chat? It's going crazy. Arjun leaned over. What are they saying? Vikram read aloud. Why are there 5 of you on camera, but 6 shadows? They turned. On the wall behind them, cast by the firelight, were 6 long, thin shadows. 1 extra. Standing right behind Neha. She screamed and jumped away. They tried to leave. They packed in a panic, but the storm had worsened. The car wouldn't start. The gate wouldn't open. Back inside, they argued. Fear turned to suspicion. Who was the 6th shadow? Was someone hiding something? Then the whispers started. At first, they thought it was the wind. But soon the voices became clear. Children's voices giggling, whispering names. Arjun, Priya, Rohan, Neha, Vikram. They came from the walls, from the floor, from inside their own heads. Priya started crying. We shouldn't have come here. This place, it's not empty. That night, Rohan disappeared. They found his phone in the basement, screen cracked, recording a short video. In it, Rohan is backing away from something in the dark, whispering, No, no, please. Then a small hand, pale, too small, reaches into the frame and grabs his wrist. The screen goes black. They never saw him again. Only 4 of them remained. They were exhausted, half mad with fear. They decided to stay together, no matter what. But then Vikram started acting strange. He kept staring at the diary, muttering about feeding them and making it stop. At dawn, he vanished. They found him in the kitchen, standing in front of the old stove. On the counter, a pot of something thick and dark, bubbling slowly, and beside it, Rohan's backpack torn open. Vikram turned to them, eyes wide, smiling. They're not hungry anymore, he said. I gave them what they wanted. They ran, but the house had changed. Doors led nowhere. Hallways stretched too long. The windows showed only endless snow and a sky that never brightened. And always the children's voices. Stay with us. We're so lonely. We want to play. Only Arjun, Priya, and Neha were left. They barricaded themselves in the main hall, clutching knives and flashlights. Then the lights went out again, and the tapping returned. Tap, tap, tap. At the door, then at the windows. Then from inside the walls, Priya screamed as something grabbed her ankle and dragged her into the darkness under the stairs. Arjun and Neha ran upstairs, but the top floor was different now, smaller, like a child's room. Dolls lined the walls, drawings covered the ceiling, 5 stick figures, and a 6th, shadowy one behind them. Neha sobbed. We're not getting out, are we? Arjun didn't answer, because in the corner of the room, A little girl in a white nightgown stood smiling. "Welcome home," she whispered. And then the house fell silent. The farmhouse stood silent under the snow. In the main hall, the fire had died to embers. The camera light blinked red, still recording. On the floor, 5 figures sat in a circle around the cold hearth. Arjun, Priya, Rohan, Neha, Vikram. Their faces were pale, their eyes wide and unblinking, their mouths stretched into the same frozen smile. Behind them, 5 small shadows pressed close, tiny hands resting on their shoulders. The screen flickered. A single line of text appeared in the corner, typed slowly, one letter at a time. "We're not alone anymore."